Hello everyone. In this tutorial, I will show you how to set up mass provisioning of LoRa buttons on ChirpStack using a Python script. We will go step by step from installing the gRPC Python module, pulling the repository from GitHub, to configuring the script with an API key and other required details. Let's get started. First, we will type some commands. We are going to update the Ubuntu server. Then we will install Python 3 pip. Next, we will install gRPC dependencies. And finally, to verify that gRPC is installed perfectly. Perfect. Now, this installs the necessary dependencies for our script to interact with ChirpStack API. Now let's pull our GitHub repository. This is the LoRa button provisioning repository, which is public. We have the git, so git clone URL. Now we will change into the directory LoRa button provisioning. Here we can see that there are several files. The file that we will be working with will be mass_provision.py. This is a Python script that I have written. It will help us in the provisioning of the multiple devices. Currently, we will provision a few buttons. We have to understand this script is designed to provision multiple LoRa devices automatically in ChirpStack. We only need devices.csv file. We need to provide the proper app UI, device EUI, and the app key. So we will be making sure that this script is being run on the Ubuntu server that is running the ChirpStack, since this script will communicate with the API locally. Second, we need to provide an API key for authentication. So we will go to the ChirpStack and also create one. Meanwhile, I will be showing you the Python script. In order to make sure that this script is understood properly, I will be uploading the document which contains all the information on how this script works. I will be providing the link in the description. Now let's generate an API key in ChirpStack. We will go to API keys here, add API key. I have kept the API key name as test-key1. I will submit. Remember to copy and paste this somewhere, because once it has been created, you will get it to copy only once. I have saved the API key on the notepad. I will be copying it and pasting it here. Once you have created your own API key, you can put it here. Not that we have added the API key, we will be looking into the Python script and see that there are two more things that we need to make sure are correct. First is the tenant ID. I am going to use the default tenant ID, that is the ChirpStack here. So I will just copy this from the web UI. If you wish, you can always create a new tenant and use the tenant ID of that one. Next, we have to make sure that the application name is correct. The application ID, the script will find out on its own. It's the application name that we have created in the previous videos as well. Here we can see that LoRa button app. We just need to capitalize the B and A. We are going to save the script. Next, we have to make sure that devices.csv, the file which will contain the information of all the devices. Currently, I have put this information in order to make sure that the original device IDs and app keys are safe and protected. However, I will be using the original device IDs and app keys. Here, I'm going to put the real information. Now, I have saved it. So, before I run the Python, I would like to go ahead and show that there is only one button that has been provisioned. In the dashboard also we can go and see active only one. Let us go ahead and run the Python script. Now we will try to run the Python script. We're getting an error. Okay, so the error is related to the device profile ID. Okay, my bad, I forgot that we need to put the device profile ID as well, and that we can easily get from the UI, the web UI. There we go. And let us make sure there are no spaces. Yes, and Perfect. So after making sure that there are no errors, that everything has been put, we have made sure that the API key is there, we have made sure that tenant ID is there, we have made sure that device profile ID is there. These three things are necessary. If you want, you can make changes to the script so that these can be gotten from gRPC API and you don't have to put them manually. However, since we have made sure that the buttons are there, let us go ahead and see the applications. So the buttons have been added, and now I'm going to actually make sure that these buttons, at least one of them is provisioned in front of us. So this 22F is here. I'm going to switch it on. The button has switched on. The three beeps show that this button has been provisioned. We can see that here the 22F1 button has been activated. So there is activation. We can go to the dashboard as well. We can see there are two active now. So in this way, we can easily go ahead and mass provision all of the devices. We can even create a script through which we can mass provision the gateways. If you have any questions regarding this configuration, do make sure to ask the question in the comments. Thank you very much.